Hi everyone, and welcome to your daily woo. This is also going to be the weekend woo. Fridays usually I want to give you guys an overview for the weekend ahead. So this weekend, the moon is in Aries. And if you've been following me at all, then you know that Mars is also in Aries and it's about to turn retrograde. So the moon, as it moves, it is going to be conjuncting Mars this weekend. So this gives us a real sense of the feelings that we will be digesting during the Mars retrograde that begins on September 9th. So this weekend, I want you to pay attention to where you're feeling your most frustrated or angry, and where you're feeling your most lusty, and where you're feeling your most ambitious and driven. Because that's some of the material you're going to be dealing with during the retrograde that will be starting on September 9th. Now, we know enough about Mars if you've been following me. Mars is, there's high end and low end of each sign, planet, and energy in the universe. And so the high end of Mars is where are you, the knight in shining armor, the difference between what is being assertive and what is being aggressive, aggressive being the low end, right? What is taking action and what is, like overpowering people and abusing power. It's, lust versus desire. Lust being like the low end vibe, and desire being where we hone and sort of cultivate that sexual urge into something that could be more creative and inspiring in other areas of our life. It's all up for reform right now. Now Mars is literally, it's like stopped in the sky. So the planets go in forward motion and then they slow down. And then from our perspective on Earth, it looks like they're going backwards. So Mars is going to be closest to Earth during this retrograde than it's been in a very long time. This means that all these Mars energies are going to be much more powerful. So there is something really medicinal that we can do creatively this weekend. Mercury, the planet of communication, writing, reading, speaking. Mercury is very supported really during this whole month and during the Mars retrograde. So that means communication, what we read, what we write, what we say, has remedy for this entire Mars cycle that we're in. Now, when I say remedy, I studied Vedic astrology, and one of the things that they are awesome at in that particular modality of studying cosmology is finding remedies for what they consider to be the negative energy of planets and transits and things like that. So I really appeal to give me something practical, right? Like, love the woo-woo, but what can I do? So one of the things that we can do with this Mars cycle is really focusing on taking our power back, taking responsibility for our life, and like completely and totally dropping the blame game. Meaning, like, you don't blame the government, you don't blame the president, you don't blame mom and dad, you don't blame your ex, you don't blame, there's no blaming. Nothing. You are going to take responsibility for every area of your life where you are now. This is so tricky and hard to do because we can hold our righteous indignation till we die, right? And be justified. But this Mars cycle invites you to something much healthier and much more dynamic and much more satisfying. And like, even there's like when I speak about this, I'm feeling like a creative and sexual satisfaction that comes from the idea of taking your power back from in every area of your life, wherever you've given your power. As soon as you blame someone, you have given them the power over your feelings and your thoughts. And that's such an illusion, because the only one who's in control of what you feel or what you think is you. So we want to take that energy and become the hero of our own story. And so this weekend, I want to encourage you guys to buy a beautiful notebook or get some really lovely paper, or if none of that appeals to you, get a spiral notebook from Walgreens or Algreens and write the story of your life in a new way. The story of your life as you being this ultimate hero. And I would even suggest give yourself a new name. What is, this hero that you are, what is its name? And what is its superpowers? So you start basically, I want you to start from your conception. And I want you to write the story of this hero that is you all the way through. What would that hero's ultimate death be? And this story that you're going to create, that you're going to write, maybe you start writing it and you want to draw most of it, or, it invites you to want to paint or do something else. Just follow the flow, because the flow of this activity is the remedy for this Mars cycle. And as you create this story of the hero that is you, and you really lean into it, I want you guys to, I want this to rival like Star Wars. I want this to rival it just went to Never Ending Story, but go there with this vision and this through line of your life as you being the hero. And then what I want you to do is, when you complete it and you finish it, I want you to put it where you see it and you know where it's going to be. So that from September 9th through the middle of November, as we enter this Mars retrograde, you will have it to go and reference, and you will have it to go and add a chapter, or add a few sentences here or there, or change something here or there. And if this is on your computer, great, then you can go in and you can edit it and you can adjust it. Because at the end of this Mars retrograde, I want each and every one of us to know exactly what we want, to know the way to get it that resonates with integrity and nobility. And I want us to have gotten really comfortable in our relationship with desire, and really understanding the concept that instant gratification is not gratification at all, and that it's actually this extension of desire that allows us to hone the vision. So that's what this story, this creative process that you're going to have, is going to show you. And what I see is that this project can become a multifaceted project for you. So don't put limits on it. Mars is fire. It's explosion, and we are going to have some of this Uranus energy going on. So let it blossom. Let this one idea seed many. Let it be, a tributary into an ocean of creative flow for you. So start this weekend so that you can start working with this alter ego, which is not actually an alter ego at all. And in some ways, we're actually taking our ego and turning it into a soldier for our soul. It's what this Mars retrograde can do for us. So each and every aspect in the sky, each and every transit, all of it is here for us. I really believe that. As above, so below. And we know quantum physics has proven it's all connected. So, Mars way out there is affecting us, just as much as, your neighbor knocking on your door in many ways. So we want to pay attention to these cycles so that we can be accessing our absolute best, and that these energies can be, wind beneath our wings. Wow. Bette Midler. Isn't she an Aries? I don't know. I gotta go check that out. So this is your daily woo and your weekend woo. I'll be speaking to you guys on Sunday about next week and what we have in store. Let the creative juices flow, because that is going to be the relief valve from what could be a lot of, blockages or, boundaries and time constraints and delays. And our creativity, that's our power to wield. That's our sword, right? That's the sword of the hero, is our creativity. So wield your sword this weekend, and I can't wait to hear what you guys come up with. Speak to you soon.